So a couple of days ago, I posted a video about Zippy's potential return to DragonForce for the 20th anniversary of Inhuman Rampage, and I see Herman has shared his opinions on Zippy's remake of Through the Fire and the Flames, and I couldn't help but think that his reaction was a little strange. So I thought I would do a reaction to Herman's, well, reaction to Zippy's video. So let's play the video and take a look at what he has to say.
Let me see. Okay, I mean, I guess I gotta answer this, right? What do I think of the Zippy Theart Through the Fire and Flame 20th anniversary video on YouTube? Well, I did see it once. I saw it, I think I saw it yesterday or the day before. I can't remember, day before. I didn't see it straight away on Friday. I was busy. I'll tell you about that, what happened on Friday.
So if you don't watch Herman on Twitch or follow him on Facebook, he was out on the racetrack in his Porsche 997 with Tosin Abasi and Mishi Mansour from Periphery, which is pretty cool if you ask me, but that's why I didn't watch the video when it dropped, which is a pretty fair excuse.
And what do I think about it? I think Zippy still sound great. The guitar solos by the guests, Bradley Hall and Sophie Burrell, were shredding, totally cool. I think, you know, what do I say? The artist, is it Synchron? The Swiss artist, I'm not familiar with him. Obviously, good player, great player. We wouldn't play the song that way, you know, that so they had to interpret it their own way. And
so Herman makes a really good point here. There's no point in just re-recording the same song. To me, this felt more like a real comeback for Zippy, to really kick things off, kick off the reunion tour, kick off the 20th anniversary of Inhuman Rampage. But I'll talk a bit more about that at the end.
what I think about that, I mean, no, we just wouldn't play it that way. And we just don't use drum machine. You know, it sounds like a drum machine to me. So it's kind of electronic sounding. I mean, I think it's got its own thing. So, but we, you know, DragonForce, we wouldn't play it that way. Yeah. That's what I think.
Not to be mean here, but not even DragonForce can play DragonForce songs, at least the way they are recorded on the record. Maybe I'll do some actual commentary on the actual song, the track that Zippy dropped, which if you've not seen, you should absolutely check it out. But it was true to the main themes and the melodies of the original song, with some changes to breathe some new life into it. And the guitarist had some room to add his own flair and technique to it, where it made sense.
Yeah. So Zippy sounds like Zippy, as you would expect Zippy to sound like Zippy. You know, and guitar players doing their own solos. Obviously, they're not doing our solos, and that is totally what they should be doing. Because I mean, it's a pain to learn someone's solo from, you know, all note by note, and you gotta, when you play guitar solo, you gotta express it your own way to make it your own. So that's how it should be done, which is cool. We wouldn't do it that way. I mean, I would say the only thing criticism you say is. It sounded like drum machine to me, so I wouldn't use a drum machine on a song like that, you know?
Don't 99% of all DragonForce songs use the same drum patterns? And I say that as being a huge fan. Anyway, it's this next bit that leaves me thinking his reaction is a bit strange.
That's it. That's that. I know people are texting me about it. I wasn't in a rush to look at it. So, you know, I heard Through the Fire and Flames enough time that I don't need to rush and listen to another Through the Fire and Flames, you know, version or watch another video. So, yeah, that's that. Someone's talking about guitars and stuff.
Okay, and he's on to pitch the new PRS for the millionth time. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's a nice guitar, but it felt like every video they did for months was trying to sell the new signature model. So on to the reaction. So I think this reaction is a little bit strange. it's a bit dismissive of the fact that Zippy's back after a long hiatus. I mean, okay, he did some smaller things with other bands, but nowhere near to the extent of the popularity that DragonForce had, especially with him as the singer. Basically, Zippy disappeared from the internet for a number of years. And the bit that's strange is fast forward to March of 2025. Herman starts talking about the 20th anniversary for Inhuman Rampage, getting the old band members back together, Zippy on vocals, Vadim on keyboard as well, do the whole album live, everything that the fans want to see. Then all of a sudden, Zippy appears back on the scene, brand new single, remake of Through the Fire and the Flames, teasing some really big things this year. And Herman's reaction is basically, yeah, it's Zippy, sounds like Zippy, sounds alright. We wouldn't play it that way though. It just seems very dismissive to me. So the two potential outcomes that I think will play out here. The first one being that I think Herman is keeping his cards very close to his chest. Either he has something that he can't share or he doesn't want to share. That's what I think is the most likely outcome. There's just too many things coming together. The momentum is building up. You can feel it. You can see it if you're a big fan. It almost seems like how these MMA fighters pretend to hate each other before a fight, but they're best mates behind the scene. That's what I'm kind of hoping this is. It's a bit of teasing the fans to build up some momentum, or the pressure is on to put this thing together. And maybe Zippy's doing this without the original band. Maybe he's using his new band and the drum machine. That's the other way that this could really play out, which would explain why Herman's being a bit dismissive about it. But I really hope it's the first outcome. I hope we see Zippy back with the original DragonForce band, doing the tour, doing the whole of Inhuman Rampage the way that the fans want, while Mark awkwardly stands in a corner watching how it's really done. I really don't know how they're going to manage it with the two singers, if Mark will even join them on the tour. That seems like a bit of a strange thing to try and figure out what the situation there is. But that's what I'm hoping this is. I hope this is just a teasing ritual before the band reunite for the anniversary tour. But anyway, that's my reaction. Those are my theories. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.